Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing? You are highly welcome back. Today I'm going to share with you my puff puff recipe. Some people call it puff puff. So this is a Nigerian snack, okay? It is prepared by frying. I've never tried baking it. The best authentic puff puff is fried, okay? So if you want to find out how to prepare this very perfect puff puff, continue watching till the end. You are highly welcome. For the list of our ingredients, I have 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Please be sure to check out the description box, okay? I'm going to write down all these recipes, all these measurements there. Here I have 1/3 cups of sugar, that is 1/3 cup of sugar. You can add more or you can add less, but this quantity was just perfect for this recipe. Here I have 3 teaspoons of yeast. This is active dry yeast. It is also called bread machine yeast. I also have 2 cups of milk, even though what I showed in the picture wasn't 2 cups, but the quantity that will be used for this recipe is 2 cups of milk. You can also make use of water, or if you have dry milk, you can mix the dry milk with 2 cups of water. I have 1 teaspoon of salt. I also have 1 seed of nutmeg, but this recipe I didn't use the whole nutmeg. I used just half of the nutmeg. You can decide to add more or less. Now to the preparation. Pour in the sugar, add in your 1 teaspoon of salt. Pour in your 3 teaspoons of yeast. Grate in your nutmeg. This recipe is very simple. It is just a 1 bowl recipe. You don't need too much bowls to make this puff puff. Just 1 bowl. As simple as that. Just pour in all your dry ingredients. Use your spatula to mix everything together. It is very important that you mix all the dry ingredients together first properly before you pour in the liquid, because once you pour in the liquid, it is going to make the flour to form lumps, and if everything is not well incorporated, then it means that there will be like maybe too much of a particular ingredient on one side. Like if the sugar or the yeast or the nutmeg or the salt is not well incorporated, we notice that after mixing everything, that one part will taste more sugary or more salty than the rest. So that is why it is very important that you mix all the dry ingredients properly before you pour in your liquid ingredients. So now I added my milk. You can add your water if you are making use of water, and be sure to pour it batch by batch. Continue mixing. You can make use of your hands to mix it properly if you prefer. Now pour in the last batch of the liquid you are using and mix everything properly. So while measuring your flour, make sure you measure it judiciously. What I mean by that is, do not put jara, like do not even try to put jara in that flour, because it is going to affect the recipe. Assuming you added like jara to your own, or you filled the cup too much, or you heaped it while measuring the flour, it is going to affect the liquid ingredients in the recipe, because it means that this quantity of fluid I just told you now is not going to be enough anymore. So assuming you did such and you notice that 2 cups of milk or the 2 cups of water is still not able to give you this consistency you are seeing right now, go ahead and add more liquid to it until you achieve this consistency you are seeing right now. Continue mixing the dough until it becomes very uniform and becomes very stretchy and just perfect, just the way you are seeing it right now. After mixing it, the next thing is to allow the dough to proof. During the process of the proofing, the dough is going to double in size, so you need to cover it with a film wrap and a kitchen towel and allow it to double in size. If the temperature of your house is not high enough, you can leave it in your oven and turn on your oven light. I don't mean the oven heat, I mean just the bulb in your oven, just to keep it warm. This is after about 1 hour. You can see that the dough has doubled in size and it looks like it has air bubbles. That is the evidence that this dough really proved and that this yeast is the original one. With your spatula or your hand, mix again for about 5 minutes. Try to break down the air bubbles inside the dough. After mixing, it is time to fry the puff puff. This is the spoon that I will use to scoop the puff puff. You can make use of your hands if you know how to. So I first of all like to dip the spoon inside the oil. This is to act as a lubricant, just to avoid the batter from sticking to the spoon while trying to drop it inside the oil. While frying the puff puff, you have to fry it on a medium heat. If the heat is too high, it is going to make it to burn on the outside without cooking properly on the inside. And if it is too low on the other hand, it is going to make the puff puff to absorb too much oil. So you have to fry it on a medium heat. Leave to fry for about 2 minutes on one side or until you achieve the color you like. After, you can flip to the other side for it to fry or brown. While we are waiting for this puff puff to finish frying, let me just quickly remind you, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Okay, also turn on your bell notification so that you'll be notified whenever I upload new videos. You are highly welcome. Please subscribe and remain part of my channel. So leave me a comment. I love hearing your comments. I love reading and replying your comments. So it is time to remove the puff puff from the oil because it has finished frying. So look at the color I got from mine. It is just brown, not too dark and not too light. After frying, transfer into a sieve lined with a paper towel. The paper towel will help to absorb the excess oil. So this is the end product. This is the final result. See how lovely and how yummy it is looking. It was indeed so yummy. I hope you try out this recipe. If you do, please endeavor to give me a feedback. Let me know how it turned out. Please like this video and share it to your friends. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a nice day.